All right, let's go. Let's kick it off, Kellen.
Cool. All right, so it starts with me with the revenue. I'm gonna do 114,000. And then okay, content for clients, that's Elizabeth, which she gave me 5,000. I didn't get any context from her. She just sent me the number. So
Okay.
that's all I know right now. But offsite optimization, Nick.
Yeah, so for her, I thought, I mean, we don't know the answer because she's not here, but question for her is, I thought that a lot of that money was spent in advance for Surfer, so it seems a little high, but okay.
I agree. Yeah.
Maybe just message her afterwards if that's okay, or somebody
Yeah.
could do it now, just asking her a little bit of context
Yeah.
behind her number.
I'll ask her real quick. Yep.
All right, cool. So offsite optimization is where we're at.
Yes.
I'm going to say 2,900.
Okay. Just get back to Slack. Okay. On-site optimization, which is me, 0. Shouldn't be anything there. Client tools and software, Glenn.
That's going to be, I'm going to keep it at 1,500 there. That's plan.
1,500. Cool. And developers, Eric.
I know I ask this every week, but Noman hasn't submitted an invoice yet, so it's 0. I'm nervous about when he finally does. I feel like it's going to be a big hit.
Yeah. That's a good point. Should I
I,
reach out for that, Nick?
I spoke with him. It's like, I think he said like 100 and something hours already. I think it's like 120 hours or so that he has. So that's about like 1,800.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe going forward, just every 30 days or something, just so we don't have get into the situation again where it just piles up and.
Yeah.
What we can do is whoever the line item owner is, just like reach out to him each month and kind of just get a gauge on what he's going to be billing.
I think we should put something in there for now. I think we should
Yeah.
put 1,800 in there.
Yeah. I would actually increase that. No, yeah, I would actually increase that a bit because we're just at the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say maybe 2,500.
Okay. All right. So paid traffic for clients. That's me. Let's see. Should be 500. Cool. People investment, Nick.
62,000. And the context there is that there's a lot of like increases that we've been giving out almost across the board. Plus, so
Yep.
everything is just kind of coming up across the board. Just is what it is.
Okay. Sounds good. We're gonna get that revenue number up before the end of the month, so that's all right. Photography and design, 29.
Okay. So as per usual, it all starts with revenue for us, and our revenue amount is looking pretty healthy, as we planned for at 115. We're looking at 114, which is really good. Which is really good compared to like past months as well. However, we do have some people, for example, people investment that went up by 10K there, and we have to still find out what exactly the reason for the content for with the 5,000 as well. That may go down. So hopefully that will, so as of right now, at least we have a pretty high cost of goods sold at 74,000, which is a bit about 12K above what we had initially planned. Expenses, however, it's pretty under control, which is good. Jerry's doing some trimming there with some of the expenses, which is good. And we should definitely continue to look for opportunities to trim, especially with the high people investment costs and the high content costs as well. Overall, though, we have a profit percentage of just about 10%, which is still giving us which after the loan payment, we are in a negative, right? Am I reading that correctly? Yeah, we are -5, but hopefully, so we need an injection of $5,000 in order to be profitable this month. So we do have some trimming to do and some selling to do.
Thank you, Glenn. So how can we get to our critical number of making the loan payment and being at positive net cash? What are some levers we can pull? What can we do here?
Well, we got that Crowell website payment coming up. That's $4,000. It's a large chunk of that.
Kellen,
I
that
factored
revenue
that in.
number, Kellen, was that
I factored that in. Yeah. To my
you
114
factored
already.
in? Can you tell us once again what you factored in on your revenue number?
Yeah. So I factored in basically like losing, but still getting the deposit from this new client in November, plus the 4K from Crow. That's why I reduced it to 114 from 115 because Conger was 6K. The new deposit would only be 5K, so it's just a net difference of 1,000 there. So if I can close a deal with Maria soon, get her to pay for that website, which I will push to do like next week, this could very well change. She did mention that she might want to break it up into a couple of payments, so it's probably not going to be the full like website payment up front, but it'll be something for sure. And then I've still got this other Miami firm hanging out there, so I'll reach out to them again today. I reached out with some good nuggets for them last week, and they received it with positive feedback from me. So I'll check in again this week and see what's going on there. But hopefully we can close that one too. That one I have less confidence in, but who knows?
Okay.
So I guess long story short, this I could see that going up to like maybe 118, depending on what I can get Maria to go for. 117, something like that.
Okay, that would bring us to like a $1,500 shortfall or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's doable. We should also know that it's a little bit inflated because the last payment to Jillian and People Investment was like 4,000. So
Yeah.
But overall, if we're looking at like the quarter or the year, if we're like just breaking even and then we get that annual payments will kind of more than make up for our shortfall on the year, but that's not that exciting either because that means that we won't have that much left over from that.
I think another route that we could take here is with the developer payment. We can tell Noman to like invoice us and tell them that we'll pay half in November and then half in December. So that'll break that up a little bit, save us maybe $1,000 this month. It'll be pushed to next month.
Is that doable, Eric and Glenn?
Yeah, I think so. I can definitely run that by him and make that happen.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, the dog's going. Alexis, can we change the developers to 12.5 and put a note in that cell that says half 1,205? Okay, cool. Half now, half next month. Let's move the People Investment to like 60K. Worst case scenario, I'll either pay me or Jillian slower. And then where are we at with that?
Yep.
So if we get some money from Maria, that more than makes up that.
What about content?
Say it again, Glenn.
Content. Any word from Elizabeth as yet? Nothing from hers yet.
I have I think that she might be factoring in because we talked about Black Friday deals. So Black Friday is this month. She's probably factoring in for another stock up, which is probably why it's more. But
she just responded to me exactly what you just said, Jerry.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think I may have a solution for that. So when Black Friday is another couple of weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
28.
3 weeks.
So the things that I have planned for like the GPTs, for like the kind of the custom tools that I want to build, I'm pretty sure we can do what Surfer's doing for free ultimately, and then if we need to have like I looked into even just pricing for like the I forget what they call it, but like the custom trained whatever for like legal, for medical, for like really important things. So I'm pretty sure we might be able to cut it out completely. So not buy credits. And my goal is to have them test it out before Black Friday. So then we can just eliminate that and not have to buy any credits. And I think we've talked about doing that before, but the linking was so valuable. But now finding out that the linking isn't really working properly, like I think we should just make the tool custom. And it seems like it's really easy to do in ChatGPT. So I don't know if you want to count for that now or if you want to cut that in half, but I'm pretty sure we can work something out.
Yeah, let's move it to 3K and see where that takes us.
That would be amazing, Jerry. Awesome.
I mean, all of a sudden we just pulled a rabbit out of a hat. So, and let's move revenue to even if we get it to 115, Kellen, like even if we get a deposit out of her, then we're in the black for sure.
Cool.
So I like what we're doing here because we're manipulating these numbers ahead of time so that we protect our critical number, which is net cash. But let's use this moving forward so that each person kind of stays on track with these goals. So for revenue, it's just we're looking at an additional 1K on top of getting a payment from Crow. For content, we're not looking to spend anything on credits for Surfer. For developers, we're looking to pay the Noman only 12.5 of his invoice and then stretch out the rest to the next month. For people investment, I'll keep it at 60 by paying me and possibly Jillian slower. And let me see what else we had. Software and hosting, Jerry's already on top of that and trying to trim there, so there's nothing else to do there. All right, that's exciting. Good stuff, guys.